morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you may be listening to us in the world. It is your Ham Right Podcast with your boy C Ham, aka Cal L, and as always with my brother by my side.
Boy D Ham, what's good, bro?
Everything is everything. As they can see, we are on location in Bradenton, Florida, at Toe to Toe Boxing Academy. What's up, man? Here we go. This week we're sitting down with pillars of the community, co-owners of Toe to Toe Boxing Academy and Savage Apparel. Got to put that out there. Show your shirt, man.
That's right. I got on my shirt.
I ain't wear mine today. Yeah, I wear it in.
But you with the camera, you ain't got the shirt.
Oh man, here we go. They are trainers, coaches, and mentors. We introduce to you the one and only Chip Hunt, aka Blue Chip.
That's me.
And my man Rodney Langston.
Yes, sir. That'd be me.
All right. Welcome. Thank you for having us in here, man.
Yeah, man, no doubt.
All right. So before we jump into the questions, man, why don't y'all tell us a little bit about what y'all do?
Go ahead, Chip.
Told you I was gonna hit you with what we do, man, is we got a amateur program and we're starting out. We got pros coming down. But the basis of what we're doing is, man, we're helping these kids in the community reach a higher purpose than themselves, teaching them self-discipline, teaching them, patience, watching them accomplish goals that they can't, or they think that they can't accomplish, man, and just giving them stewardship and leadership, to accomplish those goals. And Rodney has 4 or 5 amateurs that I'm helping them with right now. We going all over the place to fight, spar, and just build men, basically.
Knocking people out city to city.
Yeah, pretty much.
Actually, right now, basically, I had one that I took last year. He ended up at a national league in the nation. Wow. This year, I think what it is, 3 or 4. We got 3 from our gym going to nationals and the next Kansas in about on June 20th. So they'll be fighting up there in Kansas. Oh man, to be one of the nation's best.
That's big. That's big. I know you were saying something about y'all working with youth and everything like that. And I was on y'all, we was on your social media profiles and everything like that, and saw, y'all really getting it in with these kids, man. So I think that's good, man. But a question that I want to ask is, you said some of the lessons that you're teaching them and everything. What's the biggest life lesson boxing has taught outside the ring?
The self-belief part, because when kids come in, they are introduced into something that's pretty one of the hardest sports in the country, you know what I mean? And you have to have faith and belief in yourself and your coach, because when you're in there working and you're trying to learn a martial art, and you're trying to put the pieces together that your coach is telling you to do, and the other person may have a little more experience than you, and no matter what you're doing right, trying to do right, you got to take your whooping to learn.
Yeah.
And then as the kid comes back to the corner, as time goes by, you can see a light bulb starting to lighten up, like they're getting it, and it takes a lot of It takes a lot of mental strength to pull that off. That's the part that I like, to build and watch those kids believe in themselves as people, you know what I mean? And accomplish a goal, that at the end of the day.
All right, what about you, Rod?
It's not so much of just a lesson in the ring. It's a life lesson. We're teaching these kids how to be men, all right, above anything, all right? So in boxing, you might have a bad round. You know what I'm saying? You'll be all right. All right, you got the next round.
Yeah.
All right? It's a total fight. So the same thing with life. Life gonna throw its curves. So we teach them how to work with those curves and we keep it moving.
My man.
All right, day by day.
My man.
Is that part of the reason why you guys transition? Because both you guys are ex-fighters. Is that why you transition into training and being mentors to young boxers?
Well, I accept the fact that I'm old. I can't do it no more. Him not so much, you know what I mean? But no, I mean, like, because you have people that reached out to you, man, and poured themselves into you and gave you a lot of lessons so you could be whatever it is you was trying to be, whether it's just have the amateur fights, pro fights, and say for instance, like shout out to Coach Harold Wilder, man. He like the Godfather.
Yeah, Coach
Sarah. Yeah,
so that's about 20 years ago.
Yeah, he just poured so much into us, man, and just helped us, come along. So when you see other kids come along and they got the same look that you had, and you know what I mean, it's only right to make that transition to help, like you was helped. That's how I see it.
And Coach Harold, boy, he lived that life.
Yeah, man. He
Big heart.
Yeah. He's that.
Yeah.
He's definitely that.
All right, man. So, like I said, we went on y'all social media thing, and we talked a little bit about this offline before you got here and everything, man. So, y'all can be pretty tough on the kids at times, Yeah, but he said you the soft.
He not.
He said he the
he's not. You know what I mean? He's not.
Yeah, he said that he the hard one and you the soft one. So that leads me to my next one here is how do y'all balance being tough on them and still mentoring them personally? Because sometimes they could, as kids, they could take that personal, and then not be able to transition, between the two.
Basically a no nonsense attitude with certain subjects. Like he said, I'm the nice one of the bunch. But I'm able to talk to them because they branch.
Like me and you, John.
They're able to branch with me a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? They'll talk to me about girls. They'll talk to me about this. And I can kind of like guide them the right way. Hey, I don't think that'd be the smart way. But Chip here. Chip be on.
I don't care.
Chip, you ain't got no business doing that.
None of
what
that.
you doing and what you... So they come to Coach Rod a little bit more. That's why I'm the soft guy. I give him little breaks and water breaks and stuff like that. So I'm the soft guy.
He always wasn't like that though.
Nah.
He'll get on you, but then he'll joke and give you some life lessons. Chip had about 5, 6, 7 years on us, so he had a family and everything. So he'll get on that ass and be like, hey, you was telegraphing your jab and you wasn't squaring up, but hey, boy, don't be out there acting crazy about them women and
man.
But get you a job and that was the age that done changed Chip, as it all do most of us. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, man. It is cool to sit down with y'all and do this interview, man.
I got a question. When did y'all know it was time to hang up the gloves?
With me, basically, never wanted to hang them up. I got in some troubles with the law and ended up, that's how I met Mr. Harold Wilder. Coach Harold took me in, gave me some community service hours, started liking the gym, started doing my thing, rose up through the little state thing, then I won a regional, then I advanced to the nationals, and I ended up getting ranked, and I did it again and again. But then got involved in drugs in the streets, ended up in prison. You know what I'm saying? So when I transitioned from being in prison, I'm actually 6.5 years clean right now, almost 7 years.
That's what's up.
So when I transitioned from there, it was a lot of people that helped me along the way, sponsors and stuff like that. So my main thing was when I got out is it's time to get back. What I'm gonna do? Go to my grave with it? Let it all go to waste? These kids out here need it. So it was like, it's time to get back. And it's been hard. Chip, like my mentor in training, because I teach them from an aspect of being in the ring. You know what I'm saying? He's been a coach a little bit longer than me. So it works out to where he's always like, Rod, you're being too hard. You know what I'm saying? Because I want him to do something. And I'm just like, wait, why you ain't doing it? You turning your head, you ain't pivoting out. Like, Rod, chill out, take time. Well, it didn't take time for me. Somebody slapped me inside my head 2-3 times. I figured it out. Affirmative action. But with him, it's like, Rodney, developing. You gotta work with him. You gotta nurture him. You gotta talk to him. So he take a lot of the stress out. Cause when I first started, it used to be hell in that corner coming in there. Man, what the fuck you doing? Chip be like, Rod.
Gotta develop.
Chill, he don't know yet. You know what I'm saying? He know what he doing, but he don't know yet. Well, I wouldn't have been on that side if he hit me with that. So we worked that relationship, and now I'm getting better at coaching.
Oh, okay.
So I'm better at talking to him and figuring out what the problem is. Oh, well, we got things to work on.
All right. So the gloves ain't really hung up. They just at rest right now.
Like last year, I tried to do an amateur bout with another coach. I was trying to get that going. He backed out. And like I tell Chip, he can get it at any time.
What's up, Chip?
So
what's up?
Blue Chip.
Y'all already know what it is. I beat him to death.
Blue chip. Some of the quickest hands you ever saw.
But
Ain't
see,
no wrong with your hand, man. They still work real good.
Indeed.
Real good, real good.
mine was different, man. I was working at the post office,
Yep.
and it was at the time it was me, Nate, who went further than all of us, Nate Campbell and Mario Jones. We was like in our weight class, we was just like beating everybody in Florida. But when I kept winning fights, I was in the Sarasota Herald for winning the fight.
Mm-hmm.
But I was calling off sick. So they called me in the office one day and they had all my newspaper clippings and all the time I called off sick. And they were like, yo, hey, come here. When they put their hand in the air, like, hey, come here, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I know it's a problem. So I go out, like, what's going on? They were like, hey, man, we got a problem. Like, what is it? Like, you using sick leave to fight. You know, I'm giving them, what? What y'all talking about, little? Man, they had that evidence on the table.
Black and white.
Yeah, Harold tried everything, man. He called the post office because we couldn't get, like me, Nate, Mark, we couldn't get one-day shows no more. So they was able to, like what he was saying, he was able to get, when you go to the Nationals, it's 2-3 days is out of town, and post office ain't trying to hear all that. You know what I mean? They like, bro, we hired you to work. We don't care nothing about no boxing. So that pretty much killed it for me because I kept trying to go to get fights, and they was like, nah, we ain't fighting you, bro. So I couldn't go to the Nationals, and then it just slowly just tanked from there. You know what I mean? So that happened to me.
I wouldn't say tank, man. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, because you training, and at the end of the day, you want to fight. You know, you want to fight, and then your peers, they go in the fight, they coming back with medals and win. They get ranked in the country, and this, that, and the third. Yeah, you looking at it like, man, I know I want these dudes, man. But that was my story, and I just slowly became a gym rat, and then turned into a coach. You know what I mean? So that's how it happened.
Yeah, you call it, huh? What y'all think of the current state of boxing? Who y'all like?
Basically, with the MMA scene, they came in, they did their thing, but now they got a little bit boring with people. So now people turning back to boxing to see the sweet science. Now you got those practitioners that are out there doing their thing, Shakur Stevenson, you know what I'm saying?
man, say sweet science.
Yeah, the sweet science of boxing. You know, Terrence Crawford, Terrence Crawford, boy, can't nobody deal with Bud right now. He a problem. You know what I'm saying? So you got some of the practitioners that's coming in here and they doing their thing, and it actually freaks of nature. You know what I'm saying? When you look at him, you're like, he's built different. You have to sit down and actually watch what they're doing, how they positioning their body, you know, the angles they creating and the things they doing. And it's like, they're different. These kids different, you know, from the era that we came in. You know, we came up a little bit tougher. We was able to take a lot more, but these kids are actually, they're a little bit different.
Wow, and it's funny you say that as far as going along with training. Roy Jones did an interview and he was talking about how his dad, you know, trained him, how hard he was. Y'all take a look at this real quick.
Once he started training me, he became a very difficult trainer because he wanted to make sure that I didn't make the same mistakes that he made. So that called for some very tough basic training. And people always talk about my talent and how gifted I am. But they don't understand it's not talent and gifts only. It's hard work. I guarantee you, I worked harder than anyone in my era. None of this came because of talent. School meant nothing. Appointments meant nothing. Family celebrations meant nothing. Training meant everything.
In that interview, he was saying everybody was talking about his talent and everything like that. But he said it wasn't just talent alone. It was hard work. He worked harder than anybody else in his era and everything like that. So in y'all opinion, what trait separates boxers who have talent alone, who just have talent alone, and those who actually become champions? What distinguishes those champions between the ones that just have talent?
Well, it's a complete balance. You have to have a balance of both in order to be a champ. The hard work, you're gonna have to have it. You know what I'm saying? Back in our days, you know, they had us in a little sweat box, six and central. You know what I'm saying?
One way in,
Yeah, the boxing club.
Yeah, heat lamps up there. You know, 2 doors that swung open. Oh, that's it. No ventilation.
no nothing.
No nothing. gloves, they had tape on them.
Yup.
The cup had tape on them.
Heavy bag had tape.
Everything had tape on it. We learned the hard way. You didn't have no push-up bar, you got a brick down there.
Yup. And a cinder block.
You're sitting up on the seat bench. That's what
Man.
So,
Man, from the mud for real.
so when you incorporate those things,
A lot of great
you know,
fighters came out of
and
there.
if you look at the tapes of like Bud Crawford, you know, he still does those traditions. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't give those up. When you look at those things and you look at the transition towards today, you know, it takes a good blend to make a great fight. You know what I'm saying? But I can say the champions of today, like I said before, I can only say they're a little bit different than back in the day. The Muhammad Ali's, that was a lot of brute strength. You know, they had a lot of brute strength to come a long way with what they had. But, you know, their conditioning was, you know, hell of a lot different than ours. You know, Muhammad Ali was in condition. You remember the rope-a-dope? That boy sat in there. Yeah, hey, man, that boy sat in there and they could sit in there with George Foreman. It wasn't nothing to get a broke jaw, broke face. It wasn't nothing. You know, boxing's changed, but I can't say it maybe changed for the better. You know what I'm saying? And with that being said, like, the champions from today are different than the champions from back in the day.
Okay.
Who y'all top five? We got a top five segment every week we do on the show. This week's top five is top five favorite boxers. And it doesn't matter what weight class, whatever weight class.
With me, my top five, I'm not a Judas like this person sitting to me to the right. Roy is the number one person because he is, shout out to Roy for following Toe to Toe Savage Apparel, my man. But he is the most gifted person, even though he said he was talking about the hard work and stuff like that. You just can't teach what Roy, you can't teach nobody. Ain't no coach would say, hey, I want you to get in here, be 3 feet away from this dude, hop in with a right uppercut, then a left uppercut, then a left hook. Man, nobody gonna say nothing. So the way his vision, his reflexes is just otherworldly. So to me, he the top dude that ever put on a pair of gloves, gift-wise, talent-wise. Floyd is the most technical dude that ever put on gloves to me, talent-wise, because any boxing situation, he like Tom Brady. Boy, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, the game on the line, this, that, the third. Boy, he gonna come through. You put him on the ropes, he got an answer. In the middle of the ring, catch him with a good shot like Shane, he got an answer. So that guy is the most talented, technically sound person. Then you got Bud Crawford, switch hitting, this, that, and the third. For me, he number 3. Then you got a lot of people, of course, you got the GOAT heavyweight, Muhammad Ali. And then you got, for me, Oscar, because he just fought everybody. You know, a lot of people be sleeping on Oscar fought everybody. Everybody. The only person that he didn't fight, and I think it was marketing reasons he went up, was Winky. But he fought people like Ike Cortez, Obakar, Fernando Vargas, and nobody didn't want to fight Obakar. Nobody didn't want to fight Ike Cortez. Them the type of dudes, man, you feed them a piece of pork chop about 10 feet away, while them boys got a chain on their neck. That's my top.
What about you, bro?
Gotta start out with Ali. You know, Ali was a dog, fought everybody. So then I want to go to my favorite knockout artist of all, Julian Jackson, Julian the Heart Jackson. Yeah, Julian used to go get him. I move on to Floyd. Floyd was a major tactician. You know, can't go nowhere without Oscar and them. And another one of my greats, old cat, Zuma Nelson from Africa. Zuma Nelson was a pure boxer. Dog from Africa.
See? y'all some boxing aficionados.
James Tony, my bad. James Tony.
Lifestyle.
Yeah,
Lifestyle
yeah.
Tony. Yeah,
Lifestyle Tony.
was a dog.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna go with just some ones I grew up watching with Pop. Pop was big on boxing. Matter of fact, one of my favorite events me and him used to go to was the Roy Jones Tarver when it was in Tampa. Like 3, was it Tarver 2 and Jones 2 or 3? Me and Pop went. But I'm gonna go with some of them classes like Sugar Ray Robinson, Jack Johnson. Back in the day,
Oh, you like Sugar Ray.
hey, cause here's the thing, boy, they used to go hundreds of rounds.
Yeah.
15, 20 rounds, 5.
Now, when you
15.
talking about them, don't forget about Floyd Patterson.
Oh yeah, Floyd. Yeah.
Floyd was a dog. 15.
Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard,
Hey, okay.
Roberto Duran,
Okay.
Tommy Hitman Hearns, you know what I'm saying?
We got them dogs.
That boy Floyd, like you say, offense and defense,
Bro,
second to none.
it's crazy.
That boy Bud something serious.
Yeah.
But that boy Roy gonna be all time. Y'all must have forgot. Nice with the defense.
Nice with them things.
He unorthodox. Like he could change it up any old kind. He didn't fight southpaw. He didn't fight. He could change it all up. Like you said, it's just and he fought everybody. He ain't ducked nobody. And Floyd, Roy in his prime, that just these eyes than ever seen.
Yeah.
As far as the reign, and then Mike Tyson, of course, or whatever. But it just Mike in a different league, so it's hard for me to put him in the top 5. But trust me, he one of the greatest bosses of all time. Same thing with Ali. Like Ali belong top 5, of course. That rope-a-dope, he ain't duck nobody.
Yeah.
Offense, defense, take a beating, like
footwork,
right, everything at his size.
Yeah.
So
a move like that is crazy.
Yeah.
I respect Roy because he did it from the amateurs to the pro.
Olympics.
Yeah, he whooped everybody in the amateurs too.
Robbed at the Olympics.
It didn't just start in the pros. He started back here.
Won in multiple divisions.
Yeah, he kept up by.
He the go to my eyes. What about you, bro?
Mine, it'll be duplicating some of the stuff y'all said, man. But I got Sugar Ray Leonard and Roy Jones Jr. They on the same level with me. Floyd Mayweather, Marvin Hagler, Mike Tyson, and Muhammad Ali.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Those
respectable. That's respectable.
Those are my top 5s. Yeah, y'all see y'all are boxing aficionados. Y'all. I used to watch it when it wasn't pay-per-view.
Yeah, man.
Friday night fights.
Tuesday night fights.
Friday night fights. ABC Fight Night.
Yeah. And I just get the updates from him and Jay.
Yeah.
Well, my granddaddy, we used to watch it in black and white.
Yeah.
NBC. Yeah, they get it down.
But hey, fellas, we want to thank y'all for allowing us to come take up some of y'all space here and y'all time and everything.
Tell everybody where they can find y'all at. Y'all get boxing lessons, boxing classes. You have the Savage Apparel.
We got toe-to-toe boxing academies where we at 1201 50th Avenue, Plaza West, Bradenton, Florida, 34207.
But y'all see the ring and the equipment.
Yeah,
top
man.
notch, top of the line.
Yeah, we trying to put it together, man.
Everything brand.
Smell like plastic up in here.
Sweating plastic.
So brand new in here.
Yeah, man. Come check us out for boxing classes, personal training. Bring your kids down if you want them to compete.
Summer camp for the kids.
Summer camp's coming up for the kids. Big shout out to Jig. He'll start June 1st coming in working with us.
And also, I am the JO co-chairman this year. Okay. So I will have the Team Florida.
That's what's up.
The state Florida gave me the opportunity to coach the kids to take them to nationals.
My man.
So it should be 32 of them that'll be coming here doing their training, getting ready for the June 20th.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man. We here grinding.
Awesome
Check us out, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So every week I leave y'all with something. We're going to leave with this. So earlier this week, it was a basketball game, NBA conference finals between the Cavaliers and the Pistons. Fourth quarter with a few minutes left. Cleveland was up 22%. You know what came across the bottom of the screen? They have a 99.9% win probability. New York only had 0.1%. The saying damn near impossible, that was damn near impossible. But guess what happened?
The impossible.
The impossible happened.
Yeah.
So when they tell you it ain't over till it's over, trust me, I just saw it with my own 2 eyes. And 24 million Americans saw it when they watched the basketball game the other night. Impossible has impossible in it. Don't stop. Keep going. Keep grinding, keep shining, stay grinding, stay blessed. We're going to get up.
Salute.
The opinions you just heard were solely the opinions of Your Handwrite podcast. Our intent was to inform and entertain, definitely not to offend. We hope you enjoyed.